But where is that man? A group of friends gathers for a night of celebration in a secluded house nestled in the mountains. During the evening, they begin to hear stories about a mysterious man who vanished years ago in the same area. When one of them starts noticing strange presences and inexplicable events, the others try to rationalize and dismiss it. However, the story of the missing man seems to intertwine with the night's events, blurring the line between reality and the supernatural. As the hours pass, the friends realize that the man's presence, or something tied to him, never truly left, and now they are the next victims. The beginning. The camera opens on a deserted dirt road, surrounded by towering, dense trees. The sound of wind rustling through the leaves is interrupted by the hum of a car driving through. The vehicle, an ordinary car, is heading toward a secluded countryside house in the mountains. The sky is overcast, and the atmosphere feels heavy with tension. There are places where time seems to stand still, where answers elude and mysteries never die. And when we ask about someone who vanished, there is always a price to be paid. The car pulls up to an old house, its roof partially covered with moss, and heavy curtains obscure the windows. 5 friends exit the car. Lucas, 27, Marina, 26, Renato, 28, Juliana, 25, and Beatriz, 24. They are excited yet slightly apprehensive. The house is large but has an air of abandonment. Laughing nervously, they begin to enter. The start of the story. Inside, the group starts exploring the house's rooms. The home is dark, filled with antique furniture and worn-out rugs. The sound of wind whistling through the cracks in the windows adds to the unease. They settle into the main living room, where an extinguished fireplace emphasizes the emptiness of the space. Their conversation drifts toward local legends and spooky tales. Lucas, laughing, "Did you guys know that around here there was this guy who mysteriously disappeared? They say he was always wandering the mountains nearby. No one knows what happened to him." Marina, curious, "I've heard about that, but nobody knows for sure. He disappeared years ago, and no one ever found him. I think it's just a made-up story." Renato, interrupting, "I wouldn't doubt it. There's something strange about this house. Don't you think? I'm starting to believe that this story about the missing man has more to do with this place than we realize." The camera focuses on Beatriz, who appears more uneasy than the others, glancing around nervously. Beatriz, anxiously, I read about it. He disappeared here in this house years ago. He was just a regular man. But some say he never really left." The conversation continues, but the camera drifts through the house's dark hallways, revealing shadows along the walls. Soft footsteps echo faintly in the background, though no one seems to hear them. The mystery unfolds. Later in the evening, the group gathers to tell more stories and play games. However, things begin to shift. Renato steps out of the room, saying he needs to use the bathroom. Minutes pass, but he doesn't return. Lucas, shouting, "Renato, where are you?" The others start searching the house but cannot find him. They search every room, dark hallway, and even the attic, but he's nowhere to be seen. Confused and frightened, they regroup in the living room. Juliana, worried, "This doesn't make sense. Where could he have gone? He couldn't have just left." Marina, rationalizing, "He probably went outside for a walk. Maybe he's playing a prank on us." Beatriz, panicking, "No, I don't think this is a joke. Something is wrong with this place." Suddenly, the lights flicker, and the front door slams shut with force, as if pushed by an unseen hand. Silence falls over the group. Then, the sound of hurried, dragging footsteps echoes from upstairs. Nervously, they ascend the staircase, fearing what they might find. Confronting the past. At the top of the stairs, they find a closed door, the one Renato had passed through before disappearing. They open it slowly, and a cold wind envelopes them. Inside, Renato stands motionless in the darkness, staring blankly into nothingness. Lucas, shouting, "Renato, are you okay?" Renato doesn't respond. He is pale, his eyes wide open, and his body stiff as if he were frozen in place. When Lucas tries to touch him, Renato recoils like a statue. Juliana, crying, "Renato, what happened to you?" Finally, Renato begins to move, but his movements are unnatural. He repeats a haunting phrase, as if from another time. Renato, in a low voice, "But where is that man?" "The man? He's here. He never left. He's waiting." The group starts to realize that something far deeper is at play. Renato begins walking slowly toward a door they hadn't noticed before. The door is covered in dust and cobwebs. The climax: the group follows Renato through the mysterious door. Inside, they find a locked room filled with old objects and dusty photographs. At the center of the room stands a large, cracked mirror that reflects only darkness. As they approach, figures in the shadows become visible. Suddenly, the shadows take form. A hooded figure, the missing man, emerges from the center of the mirror. "Missing man, you asked for me. Now I will ask you, but where is that man?" He advances toward the group as shadowy figures swirl around them. The door slams shut behind them, trapping them inside. Lucas, desperate, "No, this isn't real. It can't be real." But as the darkness consumes them, they realize there is no escape. The missing man and the shadows of the past have finally caught up to them. The ending: the camera pans away from the isolated house as the sound of screams and whispers echoes from within. The road outside remains empty, as if nothing had happened, but in the distance, the haunting words, "But where is that man?" linger in the air. Some questions are asked, but few find answers. And there are men who, when they disappear, never stop searching,